those of you guys that know me know that I love cool tools, and we just got this thing in. It's a 90-degree carb tool, and I've got one of these already. However, the one that I have is fixed, similar to this thing. It's fixed with a slotted screwdriver bit. You can't change it out. This is mainly made for a bank of 4 carburetors, for example, and you need to get underneath to adjust the idle screw. It makes it really easy to get in there, adjust that screw on the interior carburetors. This one from Motion Pro is new, and it's fairly the same tool, only with a couple better features and some interchangeable bits. So I'll show you what this is all about. We just got this thing, and cool little blue handle, really blue handle. Comes with a couple features. So this is looks like it's taped for your torque. It's actually a torque screwdriver as well, and you can see here it has 2 little gears at the end. When you turn the dial, it'll turn the linear gear, which then turns the horizontal gear, which obviously turns your slot for whatever bit you have in there. It's got a little detent. You can hear it. However, it is removable or changeable. You can lessen the amount of detent in the handle, or remove it altogether. It's controlled by a spring and a bearing right there in between the handle and the turn knob. There's a set screw here where you can remove the bearing, and I think we can probably do that. I don't think I'll be using the detent feature here. You got to be careful. There is a spring, as I mentioned, and a bearing in there, so we'll take that right out. Tighten that set screw back up, and our detent is gone. We now have free play in the screwdriver. So a couple cool things with this is it does come, I believe, with some bits that you can use. So what do we have? We have here, these are bearing as well, which is nice because they'll sit inside that receiver without popping out due to the bearing. You heard it click there. So we've got this little C, I'm not sure what that is. It's got a little D key of some type. Don't use that much. Slotted screwdriver as well, just like the one I showed you earlier. So this will work well for, again, adjusting idle screws or what have you underneath carburetors, hard to get to places. Small little Phillips head. It has what appears to be about a 1/4 inch or 6 millimeter nut driver, or possibly it can accept different bits as well. And then this looks like it is a 1/4 inch drive for various sockets. I have a couple right here. We'll see if that fits. So here's a standard 1/4 inch 9 millimeter socket, and that'll go there. This will fit right in and should pop into place. So really kind of a neat little thing. You can see. So the reason why I like this, if you're anything like me, you're constantly tinkering with your motorcycle carburetors, and it's always kind of a pain in the neck to get in them or take them out and remove your bowls to get to your jetting. So on my particular race bike that's behind me there, I do this a lot, particularly at the track, and it's kind of a pain in the neck, always removing the carb to rejet. And depending where we go in the country, elevations matter a little bit. So different times of the year, things happen. You know, there's been several occasions this year where the bike's running perfectly at one track, and next month we head to another one and the jetting has to go 2 sizes down. So it happens, and to have a screwdriver like this with the proper bits, I think is going to help simplify the changing of the jets dramatically. So on my particular race bike, which currently does not have a rear wheel, I'm in the process of changing the rims out here, but I'll show you. On mine I use Allen heads, just because, again, I do mess with them a lot, and I don't want to be out and take the risk of stripping the standard Phillips head screws that are typical on these stock carburetors. So I've replaced them with, I believe they're 3.5 millimeter Allen, or they're 5 millimeter Allen, but 3.5 millimeter socket size. So we're going to go ahead and try that screwdriver on here and see how that works. So removing these external screws is never really much of an issue anyway. You can see it comes out rather easily, and with any socket or T-handle Allen set, you can remove those. It's the inside ones that are kind of a pain in the neck. There's two in there on both sides, obviously. We're going to see if this thing will fit in there and if it actually reaches or needs extensions. I'm trying to get around this camera here. So right there, give it a little click, and boom. Oh, that's perfect. So that's going to make life easier, and because it's a torque wrench, it does have a little bit of pressure, so you can loosen it up at first to get it out, and nice. So yeah, it's a pretty cool little tool. Work well on those carburetors. I imagine it would be a lot more handy for a bank of 4 or even twins, where there's a lot of different things in the way, air boxes, oil tanks, that kind of stuff that may be in the way. Obviously with the bike behind us, it's pretty clean and pretty wide open. We can get in there fairly easily. But you know, you can put extensions on here, different driver bits. Like I said, it does have different bits. It seems to be pretty well made. They did rate this thing up to 100 pounds per inch until it failed. They only warranty it to 50 pounds per inch. That's what it's rated for. Anything beyond that, should it fail, they're not going to cover it under warranty, so you got to be careful there. A couple things, you know, it's nice anodized. The steel feels nice. It's got some weight to it. It's a well-built tool. I just wish this handle here, the turning handle, would have been a little bit longer. It seems more like it's indexed for a finger rather than a hand. Should have been changed over, in my opinion. However, then I think it maybe put a little bit too much torque in it the longer it is, and that's probably what they're trying to alleviate. But again, it is nice. The bits are all interchangeable. Standard size socket receiver. You can put multiple bits in there. Pretty cool little tool for 70 bucks. If you work on bikes a lot, something definitely worth having in your toolbox. Pick one up at dimecitycycles.com. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more cool tools.